Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some more Epic War 5. So I've changed up my formation a little bit. I've gotten some levels in our various titans here. When I switched out Lamia with Death here, gave him the regeneration pill. And as you can see, he had nothing, and then I leveled him up. Although the health isn't a lot, it's good to have. Also did some with the dragon, so now the dragon's almost maxed out. Let's see, it has 100 more damage, which is great. And yeah. I also learned after repeat missions, you also get the items back as well, so that's pretty cool, if I'm being honest. So this dragon is still our basically frontline champion for damage. And then now we... hold on, that's a little bit too far for... that's not the second trial. The second trial is over here to the left. This one. We still gotta kill the Iron Fortress. Also, I saw on my Discord, if you guys check, the link is in the description on my Discord links. Someone, well, actually, that lead developer of the Epic War series told me some information about it. So this Epic War, the 6th one, and the last 4, plus like the 2 additional ones in between things, were all made by one company. So basically, the new developers are just currently polishing up the first 5 Epic War games to put them on Steam. And apparently the 6th one was not made in Flash, it was made in Unity. And thanks to that developer, he hooked me up with a link to actually download the game, like the mobile version of it, that's also modified a little bit as well. I have tried using an Orphan Flash Tire with it. It doesn't work, but I am going to be downloading something called the Nox Player, which I have no experience with, which it did say in the download link for Epic War 6 that it should work. Hopefully. Let's do this. But yeah, we're at 3 times speed right now, which is probably, yeah, it's tanking frames per second, but I don't think that matters too much here. This is the 3rd attempt on video that you guys are seeing. So we, you guys already know like how most action's gonna get. But yeah, hearing that the 6 games are on Unity is a little bit worrying to me. And it also, apparently, I mean, I knew this, but the developer also said that's probably the least liked Epic War game in this series. And they're also apparently making, not remaking, they're trying to, I think, do the Saga one, I believe is what he said. They're trying to do the Saga one offline so no servers are needed, but if I look for that, I probably shouldn't download it because they're currently rebalancing some things, apparently. Again, that's just what the guy said. You guys can also see it too if you went to my Discord and all that. Alright, let's go back to ×1 speed. Yeah, so ×3 speed I think would work on every other game but this one. My recording software actually does get a little bit bricked up by how many units are here. So it's not even just the player itself isn't lagging, although it is a little bit. It's not lagging too much. Also, these black bars, if I'm not full screen, they're actually on the left and right side of the screen, so I'm actually seeing more than I'm supposed to. Believe it or not, guys. Which makes a lot more sense as to why the background is blank and all that. But let's see what we're working with here. So we're working with Volcano Burst, Towers, Tornado. This is a Tornado. It's not really too impressive outside the fact that I could just launch the goblins back and all that. We do have Thunderstorm, but so does this guy, so let's do some Meteor Strikes here. But having the golems plus death here should be great. I did change it. I did try the I tried different ranged units. As when it looks like the witch unit actually has a little bit more range, like the same range as the Succubus, which should keep it out of the Iron Fortress range. Which is, I tried the Orang terrain guys. They didn't work. I tried the tank that shoots a ball. That didn't work. And then, so yeah, this is just the newest lineup that I'm hoping can actually beat this. I have no idea if it actually will, though. But, I will say this, though. I'm going to try everything in my power, since I already have the actual thing downloaded itself, to get a working player that can play Epic Wars 6. Even if it's the mobile version, which means the controls can definitely be a little bit screwy as a result. But I will, again, try everything in my power to play it. And the mod version does remove some things, like apparently there's an energy system in a 6th one, which, for all intents and purposes, deserved hate. I love the game series, but from the thing I read with the game I was selling, they moved the energy cap, which honestly completely deserved hate. They made Epic War... I know Epic War 6 was on a web browser, it was. It was even crazy to me, right now it's a Unity game, so that game wouldn't even been affected by Flash shutting down whatsoever. I guess it just got so much backlash that ArtLogic decided to wipe it away from the internet and kept working on the mobile version. But hearing it's on Unity is also a bit worrisome to me, because depending on how some things fare out, it's either going to run well or it's going to run absolutely terrible. We'll have to see, though. Okay, we're near the Iron Fortress, finally. I want to kick up to 3 times speed. Yeah, this doesn't even really speed up, even with it. Mostly because I don't think my laptop has enough processing power, which is crazy to say. But to be honest, again, I think it would have worked better if I wasn't using something that replaced the Flash, that normal Flash player. Like Flash itself. This is just the reality we're in right now, though. It's also already where I can technically scapegoat Ruffle for literally any issues. But yeah, I only learned. I still tried doing Epic War 6 on Ruffle here. It immediately did not work. It didn't even load. It just said, hey, you can't play this, bro. So, a little bit sad about that. But just know Epic War 6, I have the actual mobile file downloaded. I just need to download a Nox player. I do have another app from the store, but it requires me to do some things I'm not too versed in, which I'll definitely be doing if Nox player doesn't work. Also, it looks like the Iron Fortress is shooting out way farther right now than it did in the previous ones. It goes because Seth is like literally teleporting right in front of him, which is likely triggering it as well. But just know that unlike yesterday's video of me failing this, today we will be beating this. I don't care how long it takes. It is currently, let's see, I started recording at 10:52 a.m. And if this goes on for a long time, I'll definitely let you guys know. Like, I'm hoping I can beat this within the hour. Like, my expected time of completion is an hour after all in this. Alright, we can almost do the tornado. Oh, Goblin got by, and that's all of our range probably gone. Well, the tornado does quite a bit, if I'm being honest. Okay, that building's gone now. That's good. But the best thing about the next game being on Unity instead of Flash, assuming the player I get works, just to play a mobile game, it's crazy. So even though I'd totally be able to play it under normal circumstances, because it's on mobile, I still need a player. But not a Flash player, but a mobile player. That's what's crazy to me here. Alright, we're just gonna. The longer he stays up here, the better we're gonna do. Because I know this goblin back here is a whole ass problem. We got the goblins coming on death, so. Yeah. But generally, I'll probably go about 15 minutes on recording for you guys, and then I'll probably pause the recording and do the mission normally up until we kill the Iron Fortress. That would probably be the best course of action here, if I'm being honest, because I know you guys, I know some of these videos are going to be long, but I realize you don't want to see me hitting the Titan boss, the Iron Fortress, every 2 minutes with like 5 attacks, because that's what it was like with only the Black Dragon. But thankfully it's different now, because we actually got golems and we got death, so I actually can hit him way more. So I'm not expecting it to take as long, but I can't just rule it out either. That goblin just got comboed. Then I want to see the other trials. There's still 3 more trials after this. This isn't even a halfway point. But I'm hoping that whatever we get is actually going to be a crazy good item, because this right here is definitely going to be the longest mission I've ever played, and possibly Epic War history on this channel. But if things pan out with the the new developers, there'll be 2 more Epic War games to play. Epic War 6 and I believe Epic War Saga. I could be wrong on the Saga part, because I forgot which one he said it was. Because there's, I believe, Epic War Legends or something. Like, there's 2 offshoots of the game. Off of the main series, I believe. Is there Legends? I don't know. But I know Epic War 6. If a lot of people don't like it, I'm assuming it's because of the energy system. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's focus on this battle, though. So the Flying Fortress, I have no idea what its weakness is yet. I don't know if it's magic, if it's striking, if it's piercing. All I know is it's a big and metal. I'm assuming like the tank, it's magic, but I don't know. They made a Dragon's Fire Breathing and a strike for some reason and not magical, which is completely baffling to me, even to this day. Like, how is breathing fire not considered a magical attack? I get that inherently it's not using a magical means of attacking because it's a natural part of a dragon's biology, which is a crazy sentence to say for a fantasy creature, but it's still fire. It's still dragon fire. It's not like the golems who punch, which is striking. It's not like the Death Eater who swings a scythe, which is slashing. It's not like these guys who throw javelins, which is piercing. This is like saying the witch's attack, which is this water stream, should be strike and not magical. But she's using mana, whatever, which I guess is all it takes for it to be magical. I have no idea if this guy's even moving forward, but let's see how he deals with a tornado. If it hurts him a lot more than the others. I think it does. It doesn't do a lot, though, is the issue. Well, I guess the best thing about him is that because of how big he is, I think all 3 of the volcanic bursts can actually hit him. Well, that didn't hit, sadly. But you guys get the point, though. Anyway, the time has come now. We're basically at the 15-minute mark. I'm not going to do what... Look at the jump cut for you. Right now, it's 11:07 a.m. We'll see what the time is after we get close to being in the sky. So see ya when that happens. Which for me, well, for you guys, it'll be within the next few seconds. For me, it'll probably be within the next hour or so. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. For you guys, it was just a few seconds ago, but for me, it's an entire hour later. So I've been on, it's now, we're past 12 p.m. where I'm at. And now, it's in an hour and 20 or so minutes, but despite that, you can see we got the Iron Fortress low. I do think I'll kill it in the next 10 to 15 minutes, possibly the next 5. But, it's gotten pretty close. I've also started figuring out how much mana do I gain before I need to put down another shield. It's 7. 7 to 10. Well, 7 to 9. Depending on when this fires and when it doesn't fire and all that. Got a golem out, good. This is single-handedly the longest Epic War mission I did. If you guys go back to Epic War 1, to the final mission, I believe that was almost an hour long, give or take. Just for that one mission. And this one has surpassed that time, without a doubt, in my mind. But I've noticed that this thing will lose a lot of health and it'll lose like a chunk of the bar, so it's losing its bar in chunks, which, and I mean, I personally have opinions about how that's presented, you know? But I've also realized I could also technically use range units to clap this dude too. It's just that there's so many melee units for the enemy team that it just probably wouldn't work out. I've also noticed I don't think the power goblins are coming anymore, which is very good. Can I get the golem into this one? I don't think I can. Alright. Let's hook you up then. I did not get the click off. I'm not gonna waste it then. If he dies, he dies. Like, I thought I got the click off, I didn't. And then he may die as a result. Which isn't bad, because then he can come back at full health. If he survives this, and well, I definitely should have done it. It just comes down to if he survives this or not. Look how low his health is now, finally. Okay, the dragon died. Good. Not you. Stop coming. I'm trying to get my hero back there, because he's a little bit eager to basically get that glory and all that. This is also on ×3 speed, but you guys are obviously not going to see that. Kind of a small map. At least they're gaining a lot of mana now. Like, during these times where the units have to get to the front, it's actually a blessing, because I get more mana than I normally otherwise would. Which means I can do spells and stuff, which is really handy. Like the meteorite spell, electric spell, and the fire spell. They'll basically do the exact same amount of damage. I don't really see a difference with them, sadly. These range units are actually, again, very good at damaging this Iron Fortress, as long as it's not close enough to fire. I don't have the shield. Yeah, if I did a little bit to the left, I definitely would have gotten the golem, but I don't really care about that right now. All I know is that we can see the Iron Fortress and we can see my hero in the exact same frame, which is scary to me. But I don't think it'll get that far. Because we are making it a fucking sludge. It's like trying to get through sludge. Like, it is so hard for this Iron Fortress to actually get to us. Because the closer it gets, the less time it takes for units to get to the front lines, and more it takes for their units to get to the front lines. So they also have golems, but we're now finally so far to the left that mine get to him before his get to me. Even though they're bigger, and I think walk a little bit faster as a result. It's actually amazing to see, in my opinion. But ideally, by the time this video hits 30 minutes, this guy should be dead. Or almost dead. Definitely before 40 minutes hit, though. Oh, that's within a range. I need to do a shield. Because I need to really get every single drop of HP out of these guys as effectively as I can. Because just one more barrage could be enough for a victory here, or it could be enough for a loss. So he'll probably only get hit once or twice at best, but it's still damage I need to negate. He didn't get hit, so it's kind of a waste. No, he did get hit by the very last one. Okay, it's not a waste then. Just barely. If the dragon comes out, we win. At this point, I do know that for a fact. If the dragon gets out before he can kill our hero, we win. If we can also keep all these small units off and our 2 golems get to it, we probably also win. Death is a very good, fast Titan. I'm appreciating him for it. But out of all the epic wars I played, I don't think I'll ever have as extreme reaction as me being the first one, because it was literally on the cusp of losing on the very final mission. But I will say, I hope not every single one of these trials takes over an hour and a half to beat, because I have 3 more. So for me recording, that is 4 hours and 30 minutes, while you guys only see probably a third or fourth of that time. So you'll probably get like almost 2 hours of content from my 4 hours of recording. And if you guys know anything about my content style, I generally do it, as I call it, raw, where I don't really do any editing or next to none. Some videos I do it for, but for the epic ones, I do not. Generally for like guides and stuff, I do the editing. Just because I believe seeing the raw gameplay outside of like me pausing recording and jumping to like further along would be the best course of action here. But thankfully shields can basically be permanent though, if you get the timing right. As I said, 7 to 9 mana after you cast it. So like if I cast at 25, I wait till I hit 31 to 32 mana, then cast, because then that's about when it'll fall off. Now the damage right here that we can get is completely determinate if we can stop these goblins from actually getting to us. Since, by getting rid of the golems can get in and do a lot of heavy lifting here for the damage. Also, just so you guys see, 3 times speed, by the way. Let's kick it down back to 1 times. Now we're kicking it back up to 3 times. I definitely saw a little minor difference there. Oh. But this is such a slog fest. That's what I'm saying. I was thinking of slog. I don't know why I was saying a sludge. But it's such a slog fest to kind of get through though, because it's just so tanky. It's not even that strong either. It's just so tanky. Luckily, it's also slow. We'd be in real trouble. Ay. But despite that, I do. This is definitely one of the I'm gonna say this is the longest battle, and currently the longest battle for Epic War, because it started at 10:57 a.m. and apparently it's 12:26 p.m. I hope that title does not get surpassed, or even get close to being surpassed. Also, playing back some levels, I realized we actually did see an angel as well. I just completely forgot that we did, and I thought the only one we saw was that fallen one. But I did see a normal angel attack. It's the exact same as the fallen one, except the white, the blurs that the fallen one did, the black ones are white instead. So there's that as well. Dragon's almost out. Ugh, their golem though is a pain in the ass, because he actually does so much damage. We can see we're on the cusp of killing this thing now. Within just a few minutes, we did it. We got it down from like a quarter to a quarter of that quarter. So a quarter of a quarter is 0.8. No, 0.75. No, it's... Wait, is it? No. 2.6, 1.2, 1.8, 2.4. So it's 6.225, I believe, would be a quarter of a quarter. So it's less than 10% at this point in terms of health. Also, I completely lost track of the mana, I'm not even gonna lie, because I was a little bit focused on that math. one of the golem. I think did one of our golems just die? Or was that death? I saw one of our guys die. I think. Okay, it was death that died. Okay, dragon's out finally. It's over now. I think. Looking a little stretch here. Also, just so you guys know, I record standing up, so I've been standing in place for also an hour and a half, essentially. Now, during the time I'm recording pause, actually I go get a drink, use the bathroom and all that, and just let this game keep playing. So, like, I'm not saying completely still, but I know you can pass out if you do. My legs are now aching, though. They're kind of sore because, well, I don't have any rest. Well, they need rest because I just been straining on them for 2 hours. So I'm just going to start moving my legs up and down so they don't... So at least I get the blood flow going for them. Ugh, I hate their golem, though. I still one of the complaints I saw in this game was that for the Titan units, such as the Golem, the Dragon, Death, I think it's for the Golem where there's an upgrade to get 50 health, and the unit has thousands of health, so it literally amounts to next to nothing. I thought that was kind of funny as a complaint. Then I saw it and I was like, oh, that's actually legit. I hope if Epic War 6 continues on this path, the way upgrades work. So you beat missions, units in the mission get XP, and it has 3 lines. Which, but then again, from the developer I heard, the new developers of Epic War, well, the team working on it now, I've read Epic War, they basically innovated. So it's unlikely the skill tree is going to stay the same. Because the only time the unit tree for upgrades relatively stayed the same was between 3 and 4. But the only constant is V-Graph, though. Also, for the developers, the story is a little bit different for every hero, but only for the normal stages at the beginning and the end of the campaign. Besides that, there's absolutely nothing different, so you can beat the extras and the trial stages with any hero you want. It won't change anything story-wise. You won't get anything story-wise. And I would... honestly, I'd probably love to do a Queen Etheria and Skull Knight playthrough, just for the sole purpose of seeing the additional potential story at the end. But you guys would have to want it, because it'd be me playing the exact same missions over again. And knowing what I know now, I'd probably be way more aggressive in those missions to win. Yeah, look at this. This guy's at the end of his health. Also, I still feel very happy that the developing team, the head of the developer team, actually noticed my videos. This is, I think, the 3rd time it's happened now. And I love it every time. But it's the first time they actually came into my Discord, which you guys can again, as I said, I think a few minutes, well, for you a few minutes ago, for me an hour ago. Discord link in the description. But this battle should be over like any minute now, at this point in time. Alright, let's see this one. Like, I don't care too much about the shield now at this point in time because it doesn't matter. We are just that close. But I will say, after I play Epic War 6, I could definitely rank each of the Epic Wars from, well, at least the mainline games, not like the spin-offs. Well, I would say spin-offs, more like offshoots, I would say. Because I don't know if they're relevant to the story or whatever. I don't know. But I will say developers also, well, actually I don't know if they've seen the video if the video came out yet, because these are like, this is like almost 2 weeks in advance now of these videos. For me, it is June 9th. You guys are going to see this like towards the later part of the month. Oh, man. But I also shouldn't get too complacent and aggressive against this guy either, because that's also how I'll lose. Like, I need to stay focused. Like, I'm kind of cycling a little bit. I feel it. Like, I'm not willing to take this serious because I think it's done deal because the dragon's out. It's not a done deal. This thing could still obliterate the dragon if I don't keep it shielded up. Like, we're about to lose death because I didn't give shield to him. Which is kind of a rookie mistake here, if I'm being honest. Okay, Golem's gone. Assuming we win the way I want to win, he won't get any more backup from any of his allies at this point in time. Death might die here. I mean by any allies, I mean like the big ones like the Bull, the Ogre, and especially their Golem. Come on, this is such a long, hard-fought battle. We're right here too. Yeah, going to the left, we can see the bar actually empties out, but going to the right, we see there's a little bit of red left. So it's like basically it's teetering on the edge. That's how I describe that. Okay, it's literally on its last legs now. It has no more red in the bar. I'm pretty sure a victory is guaranteed at this point in time as long as I don't send Viggraf in there to die. But come on, I still need to believe we won't win potentially. Because only once the threat is gone do we truly win. So please. Right here. This is it. This is the final moments of the second trial out of the 5, by the way. This is the final moments. Right here. This is a major moment right now in the game. Because this right here, this will literally determine everything. If I'm being honest. This one singular fight of these units coming together. Is Death out? He healed. But is it enough? Yes, it is. Probably because of the healing, to be honest, because he's healing at the start thing. I don't regret giving Death that pill. But especially because I believe he can... I think he naturally poisons, but I could be wrong. Come on, though, guys. End it. Please. I'm like leaned in right now, close to the screen. I just want this to end at this point. Golems are incoming. I didn't think his Golem would come back, so I'm gonna be back in time. I guess I was wrong on that. Put down a shield so our Golem can get that nice little benefit. Come on. I had the Dragon Retreat earlier on too to try to heal, but I realized how stupid that was. If I didn't do that, then maybe it'd also be dead by now. I don't know. But they bring it closer to our territory, please. Also, this took me, oh my god, this took me almost 2 hours too. With 3 Titans, and I tried to do this with one dragon. This would have taken like 3 to 4 hours. Good god. And I probably also would have died. If I'm being honest. Come on. You can do it, Black Dragon. I know you look a little bit thick in the chest region, which I don't appreciate. I've just grown used to the design. Don't hate it, but don't love it either. Because I just personally think the thinner designs of it from earlier games are better, in my opinion. Come on. Come on! Please, I need this so badly at this point. Victory is right here. Any attack could be victory from our guy. Any attack at all. I also made sure to eat before this recording too because I knew it was going to be long. Still didn't expect it to go on for just under 2 hours. Come on. This has to be the killing shot, please. Oh wait, it was. Oh, it's over. It's over. We won. We won. We won. We won. We just gotta wait for it to stop shooting. We win. We win. Come on. Come on. Come on. What's your death animation look like? I still don't know its weakness. Okay, yep, it's shutting down now, finally. It's over. It's over. Oh my god, finally! We won! These goblins are crazy engineers. Alright, play victory. Play the victory right now. Right now, play it. Oh, they have a lot of golems coming. That's more than I can get. Wow. Come on, run the victory. I know we won. Yep. VICTORY. Hit spacebar. 3 exclamation points. Victory. That is the second trial done. Now, if you give me some piss ant unit, it better be a Titan unit. Earth Dragon. Earth Dragon. Yo. 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 What's Hercule's Gauntlet about? Oh, wow. Yo. Okay, let's see what we can get for these. Okay, 500 health, yep, please. 500. Yeah. Okay. For you, Death, what can we get you? I was like 50 health for this. That is truly an amount. Do you know what's crazy, guys? This is the only time I've seen a second level of a spell. Like, I know what the first and second level is. Good God. But we also got an achievement, too, for beating it, right? We got... Which one was it? No. No. Wasn't one of these for beating the Iron Fortress? Master of the... Oh, Master was defeat the Goblin Ranger. That's how you get the Iron Fortress. Okay. I still know where all the units are at. I'm so curious because they're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We know 3 of them are this. There's only 3 trials left and there's still 8 slots. We know one accessory is an achievement. So we can say one of these, but I don't know. Probably with the others. No idea. Yes. But that's going to be for this video, guys. So we finally beat the Iron Fortress. Fucking finally. Fucking finally. Come back tomorrow to see whatever the next trial is.